Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. Brenda Hollingsworth joining us. OJ Hollingsworth, personal injury lawyer, and it's been busy over the commercial break getting in some questions. So we're going to first go to an email question that's coming to us from Lisa, and I believe she had an accident about 6 months ago. So, oh, there it is. So I was in a motor vehicle accident almost 6 months ago, and I'm still struggling with mild injuries remaining as well as mental health issues. How do I claim these repercussions properly? Will this be questioned?
Well, 6 months, you are definitely not out of time. Lots of people come for their first consultation at around the 6-month mark. Unless you have sort of a really obvious injury, it's often smart to wait a little bit to make sure the injuries are going to stick. So to answer the first part of your question, you are not too late. You can certainly give us a call and we'll run through the initial consultation with you. The second part of your question, will this be questioned? That is the insurance company's job, to question your claim, not in the sense that they don't believe you had an accident, not in the sense that they necessarily think that you're faking, although sometimes they think people are faking, but generally speaking, they have to probe a little bit to figure out how much the case is worth. So we do our own investigation on behalf of our clients to try and show all of the bad things that have happened since the accident, and this is what we say the case is worth. We don't just sort of hand a receipt or a bill to the insurance company and they pay. They do their own investigation. They will look at your medical records themselves, and they will look at your pre-accident records to see, okay, well, is what she's claiming from the accident really from the accident, or did she have this before the accident? So that's something they do. Sometimes they'll send you to their own doctors, and they're allowed to do that. Generally speaking, the doctors who do that are honest, and if they think that you have a problem that meets the threshold in Ontario, they'll say that. We get lots of insurance doctors' reports that help us. So you don't need to be scared of the fact that the insurance company is going to challenge your case.
Or that the doctor's working under the table. You have honest physicians that are looking at a patient just because. Yeah, don't be concerned that as to who really is doing the hiring.
Yeah, I mean, it's not irrelevant. Like, I wouldn't say it never happens, and there are assessment doctors, as we like to call them, who've been criticized by the courts for being biased. But those typically aren't the ones that our clients get. Typically, it's not a problem in Ottawa. It's more of a problem in Toronto. So
we could make a TV show out of this.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Bad doctors. Yeah, no. Most of the doctors in Ottawa who do insurance work are fair and reasonable. So you don't need to be afraid of that. That's not a reason not to pursue a claim. And some people, the email refers to mental health, and some people are nervous because of that. I would say 80% of my clients who've had serious accidents end up with some kind of mental health issue. I mean, it's really normal. You've been through something traumatic, whether it's driving anxiety, whether it's depression, whether it's an exacerbation of anxiety you had before the accident. That is often a component of the claims that we do, and it's not a reason not to come forward. Insurance companies, defense lawyers, plaintiffs' lawyers, we know how to deal with those, and there is compensation for mental health problems that come from an accident as well.
Well, absolutely. It should be one of the reasons that you put at the forefront is,
exactly.
Listen, this has really affected my life and the way I do things, especially too if you're in pain and it suffers at work and you have a possibility of losing the job.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've talked with you enough that the domino effect is really quite substantial. And so, as we mentioned, you know, there were a lot of mistakes that people make, but to get onto things early and to get to the doctor and to make those reports, it's all there. But it's also all on your website.
Absolutely.
So this is a great resource.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's lots of, we have a blog that we update regularly with frequently asked questions. We have forms that you can fill out. If you have a question, you want to send it to us by email, go ahead. The form is right there. I personally get those emails. The best thing to do, though, is to phone us, because we have people standing by who will take your call. They'll do an intake. We'll set up a meeting, and we'll talk you through for no charge, no obligation, what you can do because of your accident.
Great information, Brenda. Always a pleasure talking to you. We do have to take a break. The information as to how you can get a hold of them, the website, email, everything listed right now on your screen. As we mentioned, the website www.askbrenda.ca, and that email info@ottawalawfirm.ca.